Hello, everybody. Ray Reese here, Reese's Masterpieces. Just showing you guys a little bit of my leg day, and it's very basic. It's just me. It's the first time of me trying to see what my current comfortable max is, such that I can better gauge how to proceed in coming weeks. Previously, I had, gone really, really light at 135 and was really just trying to test my depth, my flexibility / range of motion. And also, I should say that the primary goal previously was for me to see where my knee was at. My left knee had been bothering me, and it was okay, but wasn't at a place where I really wanted to risk anything or chance anything. So this is my first day where I'm really going to try to see how much I can lift comfortably. It's not a true max out day. This is let's see where we're at. So this is my warm up. I'm right now in the power rack. So it's a lot like a squat rack, except it's way more adjustable. Or well, squat racks aren't adjustable at all. So I've got my safety bars in there, which I don't understand why people wouldn't use those. Safety bars, safety rails, whatever you want to call them, those silver cylindrical bars. Because you don't need a spotter, you don't have to worry about your depth, and if you need to bail, it's right there. Right now I am stretching in between sets. I'm warming up and stretching it out. I don't stretch, well, nobody should stretch before warming up, but I tend to warm up into my stretch. I do a dynamic stretch, which means that I'm essentially doing stretches that correspond with the motions that I'm going to be doing. I don't isolate, say, a muscle and then try to hold it there, and like a static stretch where you just put your leg up on something and try to stretch each individual. I look for the range of motion and I try to hold it as I need to, but also understanding that when I get ready to put this weight on my shoulders, that's going to push me down some as well. Don't want to be reliant on that, but me with my limited range of motion, I'm just notoriously not flexible. This is what I've found to be the best way for me to just get prepared, get ready to lift without having to spend 30 minutes on the elliptical and then going and stretching for another 20 minutes. So what I'll tend to do is I'll start off light, and I will, lightly and gradually work my way up, taking care of my technique. So also because I have a back issue, I have a tight lower back. Whenever I put on weight, whenever I put on too much weight, my back is just not friendly with me. So this is as much me trying to see where my knee is at. Thus far, the knee's feeling good. I don't even feel it at all. I know that it's still not 100% because whenever I go to do a thing, when I go to re-rack the weight and I have that left leg back, I will I'll feel the, you know, I'll feel the injury, if you want to call it that. But right there, that little quarter or 1/8 lunge that I have to do in order to put the weight back, that is where I feel it. But previously, when I was first squatting, and I don't have that workout recorded. Previously, when I was first squatting, you know, I felt it in my knee. And I even somewhat felt it, yes, a couple of days ago when I was doing some dumbbell squats, which is recorded, but that footage is trash. So you don't want to see that. I might edit it in some other time, but now we fast forwarded like several minutes. Now I'm going up to 315. I did, I went from 135 to like 225, from 225 to 275. So now, basically anything above 135 is greater than what I've come even close to attempting in the past 6 to 8 months. So 315. All right, yeah. And so you'll notice, hopefully, a couple of things. I'm not going down with no control. I'm going down, I'm tapping that those safety bars. I'm not using the safety bars to support the weight. I'm not bouncing off the bars with the weight. Trying to have good depth perception. All right, so I guess all right, yeah. Well, that was, I did 315 before that one. I just changed the camera angle. So I might have done it a total of 3 times. But here I am deadlifting. It's my first time deadlifting in over 6 months. Was very cautious about it because, well, yeah, a few months ago, the knee was bothering me more than it was, and just trying to deadlift at all was just not happy. And I had to make some modifications. I was doing a sumo stance, but now, you know, trying to do some light deadlifts after my squatting session. And what I'm noticing, or what I will notice, is, not only is my knee feeling okay, you know, it's feeling relatively decent, but I don't feel anything in my back at all. Now, granted, a lot of time has passed. I don't know, I might have been in the gym for 30 to 45 minutes. I had a lot of downtime, a lot of time for me to sort of stretch and try to stay limber. But here, since again, I do have some range of motion or flexibility issues, it's about me making certain that I can get the weight down and up without excessive rounding of my back. Making certain that, yeah, I've got control, don't have any pains, and I don't compensate by rounding my shoulders and the upper part of my spine forward, which is going to put a lot of pressure on my lower back. So later in this workout, I will feel it on my lower back, but that's just a combination of me moving. So even if it wasn't me picking up 135 pounds like I am here, I could just simply be picking up I could be cleaning, if I was cleaning the gym and I had to pick up a 5-pound dumbbell here and a 10-pound dumbbell there and an errant piece of trash, you know, blah, 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 whatever, going and get my gym bag. That sort of repetitive motion with me having this extra weight would still present a challenge for me. But yeah, and my lower back would be not good. But yeah, I stay here at 135, do a few sets. I think I'm doing sets of like 5, and just really checking my form. So you see when I'm bending over, my back is a little around here. Now I gotta get the bar in position, tuck my shoulder blades back what I can, and there we go, trying to keep that back straight. It's a challenge, but doing okay. One of those things where like the first set or the first rep is not as awesome as I'd like it to be, but once I get it up, then the weight will allow me to stretch somewhat on the way down. I'm able to sort of fix that form. I mean, you don't want to rely on that. Obviously, you'd rather just have excellent range of motion and flexibility, but in lieu of that, we still want to find ways to be able to complete the exercises with care without, taking any unnecessary chances. But yeah, that's about it. This is, like I said, this is a super condensed version. Just, trying to let you guys see what I'm doing so you can get an honest view of what this comeback trail looks like. It's slow going. I think this is February 13th, and this is, like day 44 of me getting back in. I have kept off, 6 pounds or so, not really focusing on the scale, not focusing on my overall goal, of course, is to lose unnecessary fat, but my day-to-day goals, I'm not sweating over the scale like I would be if I was getting ready for competition. But the long story short is that today I felt really good, making some progress, feeling good. I was able to complete some things that are the most challenging, and without feeling any ill effects. So happy for that. Happy for you guys that you guys are, sticking around with me on this journey, and are also in separate comments, sharing with me your journeys and your comments and the like. So that's all for now. I will see you again. Ray Reese, Reese's Masterpieces. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Bye-bye.